Have you ever thought the fruit you're eating is helping your health, only to find out later it's silently damaging it? You're not alone. As a geriatric specialist with over 25 years of experience at the Mayo Clinic, I've seen countless seniors come into the emergency room, never suspecting that something as simple as their daily fruit bowl was the culprit. In this video, I'll reveal 6 common fruits that could put your health at serious risk after 60, and I'll explain why even small amounts could lead to life-threatening consequences. You might be surprised to learn that fruits you think are healthy, like starfruit, grapes, oranges, and even avocados, can cause dangerous complications when consumed after 60, especially if you're managing diabetes, heart conditions, or kidney disease. By the end of this video, you'll know which fruits to avoid and why these seemingly harmless foods could be affecting your medications, blood sugar, and overall well-being. Stick around until the end because I'll also share safer alternatives that offer the same nutritional benefits without the risks. Understanding these hidden dangers could save your life, and by making smarter choices, you can protect your health as you age. Stay tuned. Your future self will thank you. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. 1. Starfruit. The hidden danger. I feel compelled to talk about something that truly alarms me as a doctor, something that could have serious consequences for many people, especially older adults. Starfruit, with its vibrant, star-shaped slices and its tropical allure, might seem like a harmless and even exciting addition to your diet. It's visually appealing, almost too perfect, like nature's gift. But here's the truth that I can't ignore anymore. For seniors, starfruit is not just a fun, exotic fruit to eat. It's one of the most dangerous fruits you could ever put on your plate. As someone who's seen the harm firsthand, I want to share why this innocent-looking fruit can pose a life-threatening risk, especially to people over 60. What makes starfruit so perilous is the potent neurotoxin it contains called carboxin. Now, you might be wondering, what's the big deal with that? Here's where the danger lies. While younger, healthier bodies can generally handle toxins with relative ease, our kidneys naturally become less efficient as we age. This slow decline in kidney function makes it harder for the body to process harmful substances. And the scary reality is that many people over the age of 65 aren't even aware their kidneys aren't working as they should. According to recent data from the CDC, 1 in 3 Americans over 65 suffers from some form of kidney dysfunction, but too many of them don't realize it until it's too late. For these seniors, consuming starfruit isn't just risky, it could be devastating. I've seen this happen in my practice, and it deeply worries me. Take John's story, for example. He was 72 years old, proud of making healthy choices in his life, including trying new, exotic fruits. He'd been adding starfruit to his morning smoothies for about a week, thinking it was just another nutritious, tropical treat. But then, things started going wrong. His family found him disoriented, confused, and dizzy, so they rushed him to the emergency room. What they found was terrifying. His kidneys, not functioning as well as they should, were unable to filter the neurotoxin in the starfruit. This led to severe confusion and a cascade of symptoms that nearly caused him irreversible damage. "I had no idea a fruit could do this," John said to me in the hospital, shaken and still processing the fact that something so innocent-looking could nearly take his life. His story isn't isolated, it's a wake-up call. The National Kidney Foundation issues a clear warning for seniors with kidney issues. Even small amounts of starfruit can trigger symptoms ranging from nausea and vomiting to confusion, seizures, and even coma. These aren't isolated incidents, and I've personally witnessed several cases just this past year. The damage to the brain caused by the neurotoxin is something no one should have to endure, especially when it could have been easily prevented. And it's not always easy to know if you have kidney problems. Sometimes, kidney issues sneak up on you unnoticed. If you often feel fatigued or notice your ankles swelling up more than usual, these could be subtle signs that your kidneys are struggling to keep up. If you have any of these symptoms, it's important to talk to your doctor, as kidney issues are more common than most people realize. So, what can you do instead of risking it with starfruit? There are much safer alternatives that still pack the same nutritional value. Asian pears, for example, offer the same crisp, refreshing taste without any of the dangers. Dragon fruit is another great option. It's just as visually striking and full of antioxidants, but far safer. These fruits are becoming more and more available in grocery stores across the country, so it's easy to find them. Trust me, there's no reason to put your health at risk for the sake of a fruit that could do more harm than good. As someone who cares deeply about the well-being of my patients, I urge you to avoid starfruit, especially if you're over 60 or have any concerns about your kidney health. It's not worth the danger, and there are plenty of other delicious, healthy options out there waiting for you. Stay safe, stay informed, and prioritize your health above all else. 2. Grapes. Blood sugar's silent enemy. Let's talk about a fruit that's a common sight in many homes, often nestled in the fridge, seemingly innocuous but hiding a potentially dangerous secret: grapes. These little, sweet, juicy clusters might appear as the perfect healthy snack, one you could mindlessly munch on while watching TV or relaxing with a book. But for seniors, these deceptively innocent grapes can be more of a silent enemy than a beneficial treat. Having worked with countless older adults in my practice, I've witnessed firsthand the unexpected consequences of consuming what's often perceived as a healthy option. As we age, our bodies become much more sensitive to what we put into them, and grapes, unfortunately, are one of those fruits that can do more harm than good after the age of 60. The American Diabetes Association has a hard-hitting warning that's incredibly important for those of us in the later stages of life to take to heart. Just 1 cup of grapes contains as much sugar as 4 whole sugar cubes. Can you even begin to imagine that? It's shocking to think that something so small and sweet could pack such a punch. Now, for those of us living with diabetes or prediabetes, conditions that affect nearly 50% of Americans over 65, the sugar content in grapes is a ticking time bomb. It can wreak havoc on blood sugar levels, and according to recent research from Harvard Medical School, grapes can raise those levels faster than nearly any other fruit. For seniors, this can lead to some incredibly serious, sometimes even life-threatening, complications. I want to share with you the story of Patricia, a 68-year-old woman from Chicago, who learned this lesson the hard way. She thought she was making a healthy change when she swapped her usual afternoon cookies for a bowl of grapes. In just a few weeks, Patricia's blood sugar levels became dangerously unstable. Her energy plummeted, her mood swung wildly, and she even began to experience vision problems. "I had no idea grapes could impact me so strongly," she told me during one of our follow-up visits. It was heartbreaking for her to realize that what she thought was a healthier option had backfired so dramatically. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. But that's not all. Grapes also come with a danger that most seniors don't even think about: choking. As we age, our swallowing reflexes naturally slow down, making it harder to eat foods that are difficult to chew or swallow. Grapes, with their smooth, round shape and slippery skin, become a perfect recipe for disaster. I wish I could tell you that this is just a minor concern, but sadly, the statistics tell a very different story. The National Safety Council reports a startling 30% increase in choking incidents involving grapes among seniors over the last 5 years. This is a real issue that shouldn't be ignored. So, what can you do instead of reaching for that bunch of grapes? I strongly recommend switching to safer, more suitable alternatives that won't elevate your blood sugar or pose any choking risks. Fresh berries are a fantastic option, lower in sugar and bursting with antioxidants that can help boost your health in so many ways. Another great choice is melon. Cut it into small pieces, and it provides a refreshing sweetness without the spike in blood sugar. Both berries and melons are not only delicious but are often priced similarly to grapes, so making the swap doesn't have to break the bank. However, if you absolutely must have grapes occasionally, let me offer a simple safety tip. Cut each grape into quarters, and limit yourself to no more than 6 pieces at a time. This small change reduces both the choking risk and the blood sugar impact significantly. And to further protect yourself, always pair your grapes with a protein source, something like a small piece of cheese. The protein will help slow down the absorption of sugar and prevent your blood sugar from spiking. In the end, what we put into our bodies as we age becomes more important than ever. It's not just about eating healthy. It's about making choices that will protect our health and well-being in the long term. Grapes might seem harmless, but for seniors, they can cause more harm than we ever realized. I urge you to stay mindful, to always choose safer, healthier options for your body, and to remember that there are so many ways to enjoy life without putting your health at risk. Your body, your health, and your happiness are worth every thoughtful decision. 3. Oranges. Acid reflux trigger. We all know the glowing reputation that oranges have. Packed with vitamin C, they're often seen as the golden fruit that boosts our immune system and keeps us feeling fresh and healthy. But as a geriatric specialist, I must speak the uncomfortable truth. Oranges might not be your best friend, especially after the age of 60. They could be causing more harm than good in ways you may not even realize. For many seniors, this seemingly innocent citrus fruit is a silent culprit that can trigger acid reflux, interfere with crucial medications, and even jeopardize dental health. Let me explain why this is so important. According to the GERD Foundation, more than 60% of adults over the age of 60 struggle with acid reflux, and citrus fruits are one of the top offenders. This may come as a surprise to many, but it's a fact that we can't ignore. Take Margaret, for example, a 73-year-old patient of mine from Minnesota. For years, she thought her morning orange was the perfect way to boost her immune system, just like the advertisements tell us. But in reality, it was triggering painful acid reflux, interrupting her sleep, and leaving her feeling miserable every day. She came into my office one day, telling me with frustration in her voice, "I've been eating oranges all my life, and now they're causing me so much discomfort." It was heartbreaking to see this vibrant woman, who once felt so energized from her healthy habits, now struggling with something as simple as a fruit. But it gets worse. Oranges can interfere with your body's ability to absorb certain medications, which is something many seniors don't realize. The Mayo Clinic has reported that citrus fruits can interact with over 50 common medications that seniors rely on, including vital ones like blood pressure medications, cholesterol-lowering drugs, and antidepressants. If you consume an orange or drink its juice within 2 hours of taking your medication, it could seriously diminish its effectiveness. This puts your health at greater risk, and it's simply not worth the gamble. Then, there's the impact on your smile. As we age, our tooth enamel naturally becomes more fragile and vulnerable. The high acidity in oranges can wear away this precious enamel, leaving teeth exposed and prone to decay. I've seen countless seniors, including some of my patients, who have unknowingly damaged their dental health by simply having an orange as a daily ritual. It's sad because what should be a simple, healthy snack ends up costing them their comfort and their smile. But I don't want to leave you feeling helpless. There are safer, just as delicious alternatives that can give you the vitamin C you need without causing these painful issues. For example, bell peppers contain more vitamin C than oranges, and they're gentle on your stomach, making them a perfect option for seniors who suffer from reflux. Another fantastic choice is kiwi. Just slice it up and scoop it with a spoon for a burst of flavor and nutrients that won't upset your digestive system. These alternatives are not only more accessible but are available year-round, often found right next to the lettuce in most grocery stores. And if you absolutely must have a taste of citrus, here's a practical tip I want you to remember. Don't reach for it first thing in the morning. Eat it in the middle of the day, at least 2 hours away from any medications. If you drink orange juice, always dilute it with an equal amount of water, and never consume it on an empty stomach. But honestly, I encourage you to explore vitamin C-rich alternatives that don't bring along the baggage of reflux, medication interference, and dental decay. You deserve better, and it's not worth risking your health for a fleeting moment of citrus indulgence. In the end, our goal is to feel vibrant, healthy, and comfortable as we age. And while oranges may have been a staple in your life for years, there are plenty of other ways to nourish your body with vitamin C without compromising your health. Let's make choices that truly support our well-being so we can continue to live with energy, confidence, and a smile that lasts a lifetime. 4. Avocados. Fat overload concerns. Let's take a moment to talk about a food that's often hailed as the epitome of healthy eating: avocados. While they are celebrated as a superfood, I feel seniors must be aware of a few overlooked facts about this fruit. As much as I appreciate the praise they receive, I have some serious concerns, especially when it comes to seniors over 60. In my years of working with elderly patients, I've seen how avocados, despite being healthy in many ways, can cause unexpected challenges that may undermine your health. What many people think of as a healthy, nourishing choice could be impacting your weight, complicating your medication regimen, and even triggering allergic reactions you never saw coming. Let's start with something that's often swept under the rug. Avocados are shockingly calorie-dense. To put it into perspective, a single medium avocado can pack a whopping 240 calories, which is practically the equivalent of a full meal for some people. For seniors, especially those over 60, this can present a problem. The American Heart Association recently highlighted that older adults generally require fewer calories than their younger counterparts. But I see it all the time. Patients add an avocado to their daily routine, thinking it's a healthy choice, only to see unwanted weight creep on. Take Robert, for instance, a 75-year-old gentleman from Denver who added avocado toast to his breakfast every day. Within 3 months, he had gained 12 pounds, and he couldn't understand why. As he put it, "I thought I was making a healthy choice, but my weight gain was making my joint pain worse." I can't help but empathize with him. What was meant to be a good decision ended up causing a lot of discomfort. But the concerns don't stop there. Avocados also have the potential to mess with some of the medications that seniors rely on. And that's where things get tricky. Studies have shown that avocados can interfere with the absorption of medications like blood thinners, blood pressure medications, and even some antidepressants, which are commonly prescribed to older adults. What frustrates me the most is that many healthcare providers fail to address these interactions, leaving patients in the dark. The consequences of this oversight can be serious and even life-threatening. And then there's something that might catch you off guard. Avocados contain proteins that are similar to those found in latex. For seniors who are sensitive to latex, which, mind you, affects about 6% of adults over 65, eating avocados can trigger an allergic reaction. That's something I've seen more often than I'd like to admit. These reactions can be mild at first, but they can also escalate quickly, sometimes even without warning. Imagine enjoying avocados your whole life, only to suddenly develop an allergy in your later years. It's scary, and it's all too real for some of my patients. So, what can we do instead? There's no need to panic or feel like you're missing out on healthy fats. Olive oil is a fantastic alternative. It provides the same heart-healthy fats but is far easier to portion and control. If you're looking for something with a little more texture, small servings of nuts, like walnuts or almonds, are excellent options. These alternatives are just as nutritious but without the worry of medication interactions or the risk of an allergic reaction. Plus, they're often cheaper and can be found in any grocery store. But if you insist on keeping avocados in your diet, here's how to enjoy them safely. Limit yourself to no more than 1/4 of an avocado per day. Always pair it with a meal to avoid overwhelming your system with excess calories. And most importantly, pay attention to your body. Track any unusual symptoms you might experience after eating them. Finally, never forget to consult your healthcare provider before adding or continuing to eat avocados, especially if you're on medication. You deserve to make informed decisions about your health, And I hope these tips will help you stay safe and feel your best. 5. Watermelon. Fluid balance disruptor. Let's take a moment to talk about one of summer's most beloved fruits, watermelon. It's sweet, hydrating, and seems like the perfect treat when the sun is blazing and the heat is unbearable. But as much as I understand the appeal, I need to speak up and raise an important caution for my senior patients, especially those over 60 and managing heart or kidney conditions. Watermelon, while seemingly harmless, has hidden risks that can cause more harm than good if consumed without understanding its potential dangers. A recent study from the Cleveland Clinic unearthed some alarming information. The high water content of watermelon, often seen as its greatest benefit, can disrupt the delicate fluid balance in older adults. This is especially dangerous for those dealing with heart issues or taking diuretic medications, as their bodies are already working overtime to manage fluid. I'll never forget what happened to Betty, one of my patients from Arizona, who, like many others, thought she was making a healthy decision by reaching for watermelon on a hot day. It didn't seem harmful at all, until she suddenly developed severe fluid retention. Within just a few days, her body became overwhelmed, and she ended up in the emergency room, struggling to breathe. It was a scary reminder of how something so innocent can quickly spiral out of control. Let's not be fooled by watermelon's seemingly innocuous sweetness, either. While it feels lighter and more refreshing than other fruits, it has a surprisingly high glycemic index. This means that even a small serving can send your blood sugar levels skyrocketing, which is especially concerning for seniors with diabetes or those at risk of developing it. The American Diabetes Association warns that 2 cups of watermelon can raise blood sugar just as much as a can of soda, something we often overlook when we indulge in that juicy, red goodness. This is a reminder that even natural sugars can wreak havoc on our bodies when we aren't careful. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. But perhaps the most concerning aspect of watermelon for seniors is its high potassium content. As we age, kidney function naturally declines, and nearly 40% of adults over 65 experience reduced kidney function. This makes it harder for the body to regulate potassium levels, which can have disastrous effects, especially on the heart. Imagine consuming a fruit that is packed with potassium when your kidneys are already struggling to keep up. This can lead to serious heart rhythm disturbances, and unfortunately, the link between watermelon and these issues often goes unnoticed. We need to be mindful that a seemingly harmless treatment could be making a serious impact on our health. I completely understand the temptation of reaching for a big, juicy slice of watermelon on a hot summer day, but I implore you to consider safer alternatives. There are so many other ways to stay hydrated and refreshed without putting your health at risk. Try cucumber slices infused in water for a burst of cool refreshment without the spike in blood sugar. Or you can enjoy frozen berries, which will give you that same cooling effect with much better blood sugar control. These options are not only healthy but also just as easy to find in your local grocery store, proving that you don't need to sacrifice taste for health. If watermelon is simply a must-have for you, I do have a few safety guidelines to follow. Keep your portions small, no more than half a cup at a time. Always pair it with a source of protein, such as a handful of nuts or a small serving of cheese, to slow down the absorption of sugar. And crucially, avoid eating it late in the evening, especially after 6 p.m., when fluid retention is more likely. Keep a watchful eye for any signs of swelling in your ankles or any unusual shortness of breath, as these could indicate that the watermelon is doing more harm than good. Please stay safe this summer and choose alternatives that nourish you without compromising your well-being. Trust me, your body will thank you for it. 6. Papayas. Digestive system challenger. Let's take a moment to talk about papayas, the fruit many people swear by for digestive health. However, I feel it's important to shed some light on a side of papayas that many don't often consider, especially for those of us over the age of 60. Though papayas are often lauded for their digestive benefits, seniors must understand the serious risks that come with this seemingly harmless fruit. The truth is that papayas can be a silent danger to your health, and I've seen firsthand how they can impact the well-being of older adults. While papayas are packed with enzymes that aid digestion, they can also interact with common medications in dangerous ways. The FDA has issued a warning for a very good reason. Papaya's active enzyme, papain, can mess with medications that many seniors rely on. For instance, blood thinners, diabetes medications, and even antibiotics can be affected by papaya. The potential for these medications to become less effective isn't just a minor concern. It can lead to serious health issues. One of my dear patients, Helen, a vibrant 71-year-old from San Diego, learned this the hard way. She had been eating papaya every morning, hoping to improve her digestion, but soon found that her blood pressure medication wasn't working as it should. She started feeling unwell and thought it was just her body adjusting, but it turned out that papaya was the culprit, altering the way her medication worked. But it doesn't stop there. There's another layer to this issue that many people don't know about: the latex-fruit connection. Around 35% of seniors who have a latex allergy also experience severe reactions to papayas. This might not seem like a big deal if you haven't had any problems with papayas before, but allergies can become more intense as we age. What was once a safe fruit to eat can suddenly become a dangerous trigger. The symptoms can range from mild itching to full-blown respiratory distress, something no one wants to experience, especially as we get older and may already struggle with breathing difficulties. Just recently, I came across an article in the Journal of Geriatric Medicine that revealed how papayas, while beneficial for digestion in younger adults, can be too harsh for older digestive systems. After eating papayas, many of my patients, some in their 60s, others even in their 80s, have told me they experience bloating, acid reflux, and stomach pain. The discomfort they feel after eating papayas is often overwhelming, especially when consumed on an empty stomach, which is how many people eat them for digestive relief. With all of these risks in mind, I can't help but urge you to consider safer alternatives for maintaining digestive health. You don't need to risk your well-being with papayas when there are so many other options available. For one, probiotic-rich foods like plain yogurt or fermented vegetables are fantastic choices for supporting digestion without the danger. Ginger tea is another excellent option. It's incredibly soothing on the stomach and is widely available. These alternatives are not only safer but also much easier on the body, providing the digestive benefits you need without the worries that come with papayas. If you're still determined to try papaya, I urge you to proceed with extreme caution. Never eat papaya on an empty stomach. This is when your digestive system is most vulnerable. Before incorporating it into your diet, always consult with your pharmacist to check for any possible interactions with your medications. If you do decide to try papaya, start with only 2 or 3 small pieces and listen to your body. If you notice any signs of an allergic reaction or digestive discomfort, stop immediately. Your health and safety are worth much more than the potential risks that come with this fruit. Ultimately, it's about being informed and making the best choices for your body as you age. While papayas may seem like an innocent, natural remedy for digestion, they come with a list of potential dangers that shouldn't be overlooked. Let's be proactive about our health and opt for safer, more effective alternatives. Your body will thank you for it. So, what have we learned today? Papayas may be praised for their digestive benefits, but they come with risks that are especially important for seniors to consider. From potential medication interactions to allergic reactions, it's crucial to stay informed and make choices that protect your health. We've also discovered safer alternatives like probiotic-rich foods and ginger tea, which can support digestion without the dangers that papayas might pose. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What is one thing you've learned today that you will bring into your own life? Is it a safer digestive practice? Or maybe you'll be more mindful of your food and medication interactions? Let me know in the comments below. And remember, if you found this video helpful, please leave your comment, like, share, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your support means the world to us, and we're here to help you live a healthier, happier life. Thank you for watching.